the frequency at which maximum intensity occurs in the frequency spectrum for a black body whose temperature is 8.0 times 10 raised to the power 3. They made it. Okay, go ahead.
8.3 by 10 to the power 14 hertz.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 4.7 times 10 raised to the power 14 hertz. Next one. An object is dropped from rest 196 meters above ground. 2.0 seconds later, another object is dropped from the same height. Find the initial speed of the second object. All right, Alfred, go quick.
So the initial speed is 98 meters per second.
That's incorrect. If the two objects hit the ground at the same time, .24 meters per second. Next one. All right, for this one, you should listen carefully. That's advice for you. Two particles mutually interact via a force whose potential is given by U. Okay, so now this is U. I have an expression with two terms. So listen carefully. B over R, this raised to the power 8, minus the second term is 2 multiplying the expression B over R. The expression B over R raised to the power 4. And all of this multiplied by A, where A and B are constants and R is the separation between the particles. Please find the equilibrium separation between the particles and the potential energy at equilibrium. The separation R is equal to B, and the potential energy at equilibrium U is equal to negative A. Last set, 30 seconds. No, not yet last set. Second, I have a few more to go. But 30 seconds each for this set, 30 seconds each. All right. At 850 Kelvin, the equilibrium constant of the decomposition of hydrogen iodide according to the reaction 2HI going reversibly to H2 plus I2 is 1.0 times 10 raised to the power negative 2. Given that the equilibrium concentration of hydrogen gas is 0.30 mole per decimeter cubed, calculate the equilibrium concentration of hydrogen iodide. Yes, Alfred. Go.
The equilibrium concentration of hydrogen iodide is 3.0 mole per dm cube.
You're right. Next one. .32 milligram of a metal, M, reacts completely with 60 centimeter cubed of 0.18 mole per decimeter cubed of an acid A. Given that the equation of reaction is M plus A goes to MA, identify the metal M. M is calcium. All right, next one. Given the following data, first, a reaction, 2C2H2 gas plus 5O2 gas going to 4CO2 gas plus 2H2O liquid. Delta H is equal to, delta H naught is equal to negative 2,600 kilojoule. C solid plus O2 gas going to CO2 gas. Delta H naught equals negative 395 kilojoule. 2H2 gas plus O2 gas going to 2H2O liquid. Delta H naught is equal to negative 570 kilojoule. Please calculate the standard enthalpy. All right, go ahead. Yes, Alfred.
The standard enthalpy is positive 450 kilojoule per mole.
That's incorrect. Did anyone else ring? Okay, I continue. The standard enthalpy of formation of ethane from the data. Yes, Lionel?
Positive 225 kilojoule per mole.
Yes. Now we are on the last set, 10 seconds each. 10 seconds. What is the purpose of the mucosal barrier between the cells of the stomach wall and the stomach contents? Yes. Yes, Abdul Wadud.
The purpose of the mucosal barrier is to prevent the action of HCl secreted by the stomach, the glands in the stomach, from acting and breaking down the walls of the stomach. So this mucosal wall prevents the HCl secreted by the gastric glands from acting directly on the stomach walls and then breaking down the walls of the stomach. Since HCl is acidic, and if not...
Did someone else ring? Yes, go ahead.
So the mucosal layer prevents the HCl secreted by the gastric gland to react with the walls of the stomach in order to prevent stomach ulcer.
No one else. Okay. Of course, you're not wrong. I mean, you told me similar things. But it's not just the HCl, right? There's also pepsin. You know that enzyme pepsin? That can also cause damage to epithelial cells in the stomach. So it's not just the HCl. You know the questions in the speed race, they have to be perfect, right? So HCl and enzymes like pepsin from actin on the epithelial cells. By the way, this is what will cause you to have stomach problems if you don't have an intact mucosal barrier. Okay, next one. Why are flocks important in biological treatment of wastewater? Oh, flocks, F-L-O-C-S, flocks. Okay, what they do is that they digest most of the organic material from the sludge. Okay, this helps to reduce the BOD, biochemical oxygen demand of the effluent. So I hope you know what flocks are. No? Okay, flocks are masses of bacteria associated with fungal filaments to form a mesh-like structure, and they are used to clean up wastewater. So you learned something today, right? Great. Last one. Why is insulin not given as an oral? Yes.
Insulin is not given as an oral drug, but injected. And this is because the insulin is composed of protein. And since the insulin is a protein, when it is given orally, it will be digested by the enzymes. That is the enzymes which digest the proteins will digest the insulin to its component amino acids. Hence, the insulin will not be able to function, that is, to not be able to perform its action when it is taken orally. Because...
Yeah. That's the end of the second round.
I don't joke with my rice meals. Very soon, you'll be married to Ekwesi. And I want you guys to eat healthy. So I'm giving you these Zoe Jasmine rice. And then Zion long grain perfumed rice. Oh, they are very good.
Zoe and Zion rice are both delicious.
It requires less water and less cooking time.
You can use Zoe and Zion rice for all your rice meals. Zoe and Zion rice. Every grain is filled with love and goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
number, me taking. In fact, me need to cry. Me washing now, the piano joke, then 1 month. Every week, then 2 weeks, until my friend number, no, I pay enough.
No problem. I'll make sure I solve the WhatsApp for please. Where's the washroom?
That's what I said.
We check outside. But they have to change their toilet room. That is it. Madam, the problem has been solved. You should fake test toilet room. A very soft, hygienic, organic, acrobatic.
I said it.
Yeah, me I make a comment. Yes. In the job. Have a nice day.
Okay, good. All right, so now the problem of the day. This is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 4 minutes to present an answer on the screen behind you. As mentioned, the problem of the day is worth 10 points. Contestants, you may please stand. And drop your pens. No pen. We are going to turn over the sheets and read the problem of the day together. Just reading, okay? Problem of the day. Sulfur is commonly used in creams, lotions, and ointments to treat skin diseases, including acne, scabies, psoriasis, and eczema. A student wishes to prepare a water-soluble topical ointment from 10 milligrams each of the following sparingly soluble salts: silver 1 sulfide, copper 2 sulfide, and bismuth 3 sulfide, with respective solubility products of 3.2 times 10 raised to the power negative 50, 1.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 46, and 1.08 times 10 raised to the power negative 73. Which of the salts would you recommend for use, given a focus on sulfur only? Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin.
So you mean all these beautifully roofed houses were done by DBS Industries? Let's go to DBS Industries. My brother, I understand DBS Industries has installed roofing system that does not fade after installation.
Sir, it's true. It's ColorLink Plus. It is a special roofing system that DBS has imported from Europe. When installed, it does not fade. And due to the faith we have in them, we give our clients a 20-year warranty.
20 years warranty? Look, my house was roofed by a certain company. The shit
The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, I will have to go through this, but chemistry consultant, permit me to embellish your question a bit. I want our audience to enjoy this one. Okay, thank you. So imagine that you are a senior high school student in a school where there are bed bugs. So many of your mates have bites and all kinds of skin troubles. Now, knowing that you're a good science student, you have been listening to your science lessons well, you know you can help them. Biology teacher says sulfur can help. So you go to chemistry lab and you find 3 compounds. There is silver sulfide, copper 2 sulfide, and bismuth 2 sulfide. All of these are potentials because they have the sulfur, right? Okay. Now, what you have to do is to decide. Remember, in round 1, we're talking about sustainable chemistry. So we want to use harmless materials. So we want to use water as a base to get the sulfur and then use it to treat your colleagues so that they can pay you and you make money. These people like money. They are in the money zone. So now, which of them should you use? This is what the question is about. Really, that is what it is. So the thing is, you need to determine the solubility of sulfur in an aqueous environment, right? Check to see which one will produce more sulfur in the watery environment so that it can be very effective at treating the things on the skin of your colleagues so that they will pay you. That is what this is, right? Of course, being a science student, you also have access to handbooks. So you can go and check for certain values, solubility products, and this is what was given in the problem. 3.2 times 10 to the negative 50, 1.00 times 10 to the negative 46, 1.08 times 10 to the negative 73. You can get this from a handbook. So now, before you even go to the lab and waste all kinds of chemicals, you can do some simple calculations. You see, they did it in 4 minutes. And then decide which one to go and target. Of course, if you're a high school student, make sure you involve your teachers and don't go and take the chemicals without permission. So, okay, so how do we go about this? We want to determine the solubility of the 3 salts to find out which is more soluble and produces the most ions of sulfur in an aqueous solution. You start with your balanced equation. Okay, that's the proper way of doing things. So for the silver, we have Ag2S going reversibly to 2Ag plus S2 minus. So the solubility product will be obtained by multiplying the concentration of Ag plus squared, multiplying the solubility of the sulfur. Sulfur 2 minus is an ion. That is what it is. So now from the balanced equation, okay, if we call the solubility of the sulfur S2 minus S, then we can obtain the KSP by taking, you look at the balanced equation, you have 2S multiplying S, and this 2S for sulfur plus, and then S for S2 minus. So if you look at the balanced equation, you get 2S squared multiplying S, because you see when you balance it's 2Ag plus. Okay, so 2S squared multiplying S, and this is equal to the solubility product. Okay, when we do this, then we can simply calculate for S. It's going to be the cube root of 3.2 times 10 to the power negative 50 divided by 4, the square of the 2. That's where the 4 comes from. And this will give you 2.0 times 10 raised to the power negative 17 mole per decimeter cubed. Okay, mark allocation. Balanced equation, 1 point. Calculation all the way to the correct answer. The process is worth 1 point. The final answer, 1 point. 3 points for this. Okay, then we take the second one, CUS, the balanced equation, CUS going reversibly to Cu2 plus S2 minus. Again, we call the concentration of S2 minus, the solubility of sulfur, S. So this time we have S squared is equal to the solubility product. And so we have S to be equal to square root of 1.00 times 10 to the power negative 46. And this is 1.00 times 10 to the negative 23 mole per decimeter cubed. Similar mark allocation.
Have completely faded.
Balanced equation 1 point, process 1 point, final answer 1 point. Then we go to bismuth. The bismuth 3s 2 minus. So now we have 2s and then 2s. So you have 2s squared multiplying 3s cubed. Okay, so now the solubility product is going to be 108 s to the power 5. And so S is 5th root of 1.08 times 10 to the power negative 73 over 108. And this will give you 1.00 times 10 to the power negative 50 mole per decimeter cube. But you are not done. You are not done, because if you look at the balanced equation, you remember that you have 3S. And so you need to multiply this by 3 to give you 3.00 times 10 to the power negative 15 mole per decimeter cube. Balanced equation 1 point, process 1 point, final answer 1 point. And then finally, when you look at these values, you will see that bismuth 3 sulfide gives the highest amount of sulfur in an aqueous solution, and so that is the one you should target. Instead of just trying and wasting a whole lot of chemicals, go straight for the bismuth sulfide. For saying this, for concluding so nicely, 1 more point, giving a total of 10 points. This was how to tackle the problem of the day. Now, contestants, Adisadel College. Silver. No balanced equation in sight, but you do go through the process to get the right answer, 2 points. Copper, the copper compound. No balanced equation in sight, you have the right solubility at the end of it, 2 points. Bismuth, no balanced equation. I'm giving you 1 point for the process. You didn't get to the right final answer. But you did conclude that we should go with the bismuth. For that reason, I will add 1 more point, giving you 6 out of 10. Presbyterian boys. Silver compound, no balanced equation, right calculation of solubility, 2 points. Copper compound, yes, you have the balanced equation and you have the right calculation, 3 points there. When it got to the bismuth, no balanced equation, or you did have a balanced equation. I didn't give you anything because, in fact, you started dealing with a different compound that I didn't recognize. You had boron instead of bismuth, just B. So I didn't even recognize it. Anyway, I'm giving you 1 point for process, okay? So that gives you, and then you couldn't do the rest. I mean, the rest, you didn't have the right thing. And then the conclusion, because of the nature of the compound you have there, that's not the compound we have in our problem. And so I couldn't give you the final mark. So you also wind up with 6 out of 10. Prempeh College. For the silver compound, yes. You have a balanced equation, you have the right calculation, 3 points. The copper compound, your balanced equation is not dealing with ions. You are dealing with elements. So I'm not giving you for the balanced equation. By your calculation, you get 2 points for that. I didn't see an equation for the bismuth. No, it was not a good one. But you have for the process, I'm giving you the point for the process. Final answer was not right. It wasn't. And yes, you did conclude that we should go with the bismuth compound. And so I'm giving you 1 more point. That gives you 7 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead with expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New
Make I walk you through my everyday life. Busy, busy, busy from the morning light. My to-do list long, shadow fit to overlap. So sharp, sharp, turn on mobile app. School fees check, light bills check. Do I'm with speed like a G4 jet. Be at the day, I am not upset. Check, I don't even use checks, city check.
Join the ABSA family and make fast, easy and safe transactions with our digital products. Log on to absa.com.gh. No long thing. We like them simple and easy.
Believe me, no long things in my life, though. Like I'm simple and easy. Easy.
coming. Trophy on its way. We have a member of the 2021 winning team from PREMPEH College. Yes. Mr. Evans, nice to see you again, and thank you for bringing our trophy. Yes, thank you. That is the trophy. That is why we are here. That is why we work so hard. So let's finish hard. Right? Yes. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider it carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you're right, 2 points. If you're incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement is available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, the 2 full points. If not, there's a penalty, 1 point. All the best. PREMPEH College. The term clone cannot be applied to offspring formed by sexual reproduction because DNA of only one parent is copied and passed on to the offspring. Yes, Eunice? False. You're right. The term clone cannot be applied to offspring formed by sexual reproduction because the offspring are formed at different times. Yes, Alfred? False. Yes. The term clone cannot be applied to offspring formed by sexual reproduction because DNA of parents and offspring are completely different. Yes, Prince?
False.
Yes. Palmitic acid is a major constituent of palm oil and is an unsaturated long-chain fatty acid. Yes, Eunice?
False.
Yes. Oleic acid is a major constituent of groundnut oil and is a monounsaturated fatty acid. Yes, Alfred?
True.
Yes. Lauric acid is the major fatty acid in coconut oil and is a saturated fatty acid. Prince?
True.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Preamble. Two chords, A, B, and C, D, of a circle intersect at a point E inside the circle. That's the preamble. Again. Two chords, A, B, and C, D, of a circle intersect at a point E inside the circle. Now, Prempeh College, AB multiplied by EC is equal to CD multiplied by DE. Eunice?
False.
Yes. With the same preamble. AB multiplied by BE is equal to CD multiplied by CE. Yes, Tenkran.
False.
You are right. With the same preamble. AE multiplied by BE is equal to CE multiplied by DE. Prince?
True.
Yes. Next set, short preamble. Preamble to all schools. In the Millikan oil drop experiment, that's the preamble. I hope you got it. All right. Prempeh College. A bright light illuminates the region between the plate electrodes of the apparatus and charges the oil droplets by the photoelectric effect. Eunice?
False.
Yes. The same preamble. The motion of a charged oil droplet in the region between the plate electrodes of the apparatus can be controlled by varying the electric field between the electrodes and thereby obtain zero net force in the presence of gravity and air buoyancy. Yes, Alfred?
True.
Yes. With the same preamble. The radius of an oil droplet is determined by measuring its terminal velocity as it falls with zero potential difference across the plate electrodes of the apparatus and using Stokes' formula that relates aerodynamic drag to speed, air viscosity, and droplet radius. Prince?
False.
That's a true statement. It's a true statement. Prempeh College. A dihybrid cross of 9:3:3:1 ratio denotes that the alleles of two genes are interacting with each other. Yes, Eunice?
False.
Yes. A dihybrid cross of 9:3:3:1 ratio denotes that it is a multigenic inheritance. Alfred?
One gene, so maybe true.
Alfred?
True.
No. dihybrid cross of 9:3:3:1 ratio denotes that the alleles of two genes are segregating independently. Prince.
True.
Yes. Prempeh College. A catalyzed industrial chemical process will produce a greater amount of product than an uncatalyzed process. Yes, Eunice?
False.
You're right. A catalyzed industrial chemical process will lead to the use of less energy compared to an uncatalyzed process. Yes, Alfred?
True.
Yes. A catalyzed industrial chemical process will always lead to the production of less waste product from the reaction compared to an uncatalyzed process. Prince?
False.
Yes. Of course, all this along the lines of sustainable chemistry. All right. Prempeh College. A squared minus B squared is a factor of A raised to the power 6 minus B raised to the power 6. Yes, Eunice?
True.
Yes. A cubed plus B cubed is a factor of A raised to the power 6 minus B raised to the power 6. Tenkran?
True.
Yes. A squared minus B squared is a factor of A cubed minus B cubed. Prince?
False.
Yes. Last set of statements. Last set. And I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Radiation from various beta emitters are studied using a Wilson cloud chamber with a suitably oriented uniform magnetic field